I know the news been circulating around Pnb Rock passing. I want to say something about that. You know, my channel is based upon the underrated underground up becoming artists, right? But it's some artists that I listened to way before I started YouTube, and PN, PNB Rock was definitely one of them. You know, coming from where you come from, they sectionals of the East Coast is different from the Midwest. It's different from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? The Midwest have this thing that it's called a board. It's called like a sectional borderline. It's like It's like your come up is your come up. That's your stepping stool. That's your whole process of getting somewhere. But then again, when you finally get there, it's like you know your city. Let's say that. I know my city. It's Detroit. I know it. I'm from the Midwest. Your work ethic keep you stayed out the way. Straight up. And then you start traveling. You go to Philly. You go to. It don't matter where you from. The Midwest. If you're from the Midwest, you travel to the East Coast first to get popping, regardless. Straight up, you get popping regardless. Them your stepping stones. That's where the record companies is at. A lot of the record companies is at. That's where a lot of people, a lot of DJs is at that get your music pushed and everything like that. And PNB Rock, you know what I'm saying? He from the East Coast, so he knew the process of doing all that. But at the same time, you might be from the East Coast or the Midwest. Nobody knows, especially in this world today, bro. Like the most dangerous job you can have is being a rapper. Like dead serious. Everybody think like, oh, they just saying that because Boosie said that. No, man, we doing saying that because it's like it's a true thing. It's the most dangerous thing of being a rapper. That's the main reason why I stepped away from the music, bro. You know what I'm saying? I stepped away from it. It was too much. It ain't the streets. It's more like the industry is with the streets. And sometimes, even to this day, they definitely with the streets. So it's like you don't know who's who and who's connected to who. You know what I'm saying? I done seen some artists walk up in Atlantic Records in Los Angeles and they had jewelry on, rings or a ring or some shit like that, and it'd be like 2 to 3 executives or whatever like that that be sitting in them offices, and it's like they connected with the streets in some kind of way. So it's like they'll play a role like, yeah, we cool, we like bro, we like dude or whatever like that, and then behind closed doors, like fuck that nigga, you feel what I mean? And then they have some homies end up whatever homies, you know what I'm saying, outside of the building or following them. You feel what I mean? And mess around and do something to him. Like, bro, they don't take him out, but it's like they rob him or whatever, something like that. But it's like the industry is shakeable, but as an individual, you gotta learn how to move. Like dead serious, you gotta learn how to move. You gotta learn. You gotta sit back and observe sometimes and be like, do I really want to go over there right now? I ain't got my security. Ain't nothing wrong with having security. Security is, I wouldn't trust. Look, the way Southern rappers move, bro, they had like their cousins or their uncles that's some certified security individuals or whatever like that. And they hired him to be that. Ain't nobody gonna let nothing happen to family. Straight up. I'm gonna let you know that right now. You know what I'm saying? The record label security is topsy-turvy. You don't know what they gonna do under action. They might look like they do something under action, but it's like looks is looks, bro. But when the action is going down, there's some artists that got taken out back in the 90s because of the security didn't do their jobs. You feel what I mean? And the way I look at it with PNB Rock Rose, like it's sad because somebody lost a son, they lost a brother, they lost a cousin. You know what I'm saying? They lost the provider of the family probably. You know what I'm saying? They probably, you know what I mean? Ain't no probably they did. He gone. You feel what I mean? Like, I just think all the artists nowadays, bro, y'all need to be safe, man. Cause being a rapper is a dangerous job ever. And this is for like it ain't just for the mainstream artists, for the up and coming artists, because it's like everybody got to understand what they signing themselves up for real. It's like a gang initiation, pretty much. It's like initiation into the industry. It's like, yeah, you can rap, you got talent, you know what I'm saying? You get put on, or you put yourself on, or you get notarized and everything like that, and people love you and all the rest of that stuff like that. Like Pnb Rock did, you know what I'm saying? He was independent before he got signed. You know, he had a popping record before he got signed. Like, dead serious. So it's like you gotta watch how the way you move out here. Like, this world is getting dangerous and dangerous. Like, everybody don't have jewelry. Everybody don't have money. Like, we gotta understand that. It's like when you gain your money by your hard work, you gotta understand, like, it's over 1 million people outside your door, or where you at, no matter where you at. If you at home base, or if you're not at home on home base, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta keep that in your mind. Like, everybody don't have it like you have it. So there's certain places you can go, and there's certain places you can't go. You know what I'm saying? And on the West Coast, it's real tricky because the areas, everything is nice looking. You feel what I mean? You'll understand if you're in the hood, of course. But it's like when you out and about in Los Angeles, everything is tricky because everything looks nice. You know what I'm saying? Only the residents know where it's popping at, or where you shouldn't go if you are somebody. You get what I mean? And I feel like it was just messed up how the way he got taken out. Like, at the end of the day, when you at the age of 30, bro, you should be able to live your midlife at its best. Especially when you're still able to move around and, and, and healthy and everything like that, because, you know, it's your life, man. You know, people in this industry nowadays, bro, they come from nothing for real. Like, it's a lot of them that come from nothing. Like, it's some that come from this. It's a little bit. It's a small percentage about some come from nothing. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that because it's like a lot of them come from something. You know, they come from decent households, but it's like they not the provider. You feel what I mean? But then again, when they find their talent and they take off with it, you know, then they become the provider in the best way. You get what I mean? Some come from nothing. You feel what I'm saying? And then they get on, and then they be that one provider. And they be proud of that because it's like, nigga, my whole family in that shit. Now I got it. Shit, I'm running with it. And I'm going to stick with it. You know what I mean? So it's like, just watch. Y'all got to watch the surroundings of you, bro. And remember, like, just because you got a nice lifestyle, you got nice jewelry, you got nice clothes on, you got to remember, there's still people out here that don't have that. They don't even have half of that. You know what I'm saying? There's still people out here that have nothing. And they willing to sacrifice their freedom just to take yours. You feel what I mean? And it's crazy. Because you will never understand that, because we forget sometimes that just because we're somebody now, you got to remember we was some nobodies before. And a couple of our homeboys, it was the same kind of people. There was the same kind of people out there once upon a time, taking from people that had something. You feel what I mean? And this go for all the artists, man. Everybody I reacted to, everybody's on the come up. Bro, just watch your surroundings, man, and get a gain and understanding for real. Like, everybody don't have the same thing you got, man. Like, you got to keep that in your mentality form, because it's like, if you don't, bro, you can end up in the wrong situation at the wrong time. Like, for real. You know, rest in paradise, man. Rest in power, Pnb Rock, bro. Great artist. Heard good things about him. He put out great, amazing music. He did the greatest collaborations, to be real with you. They were so great to the point where you didn't even think it was him. You feel what I mean? But it was him, though, because it's like he can switch his style up. He had a bright future, bro. Like, he gave us, he left us a legacy where it's like we can still dance to his music, but some of us can't listen to it knowing that he gone. If you get what I mean. Y'all already know how the way this go, man. This your only host, BZ995. Like I said, rest in paradise, rest in power. Pnb Rock. We gonna miss you, bro. WC Radio. Peace.
Trying to take it to the top of the club.
Before I forget to just mention, my goals are something that I'm trying to make achievements. I'm tired of dying out, life ain't nothing but pain. Every time I look at differentness, I think of my name. My shit is BC, ain't nobody else like this. Come on, stop trying to check, you can't like this. I'm so overflow, I make an overflood. And that's why when I spit, I make a overflood. The verse is so real, the